Swing your arms up, back, up, back. And let your hand come up to the bird's nest, the shoulder here. Swinging out and up. And turn your body. And we slow down. And then lower them gently. This will improve the blood circulation, help regulate the body temperature. Natural breathing. Then we close, pushing the qi into the dantian. Now we separate the heaven and earth, bringing our hands up. One hand will go up and the other down. Palm up, palm down. Slight stretch. Then bring the hand behind the head gently, and then down. On the other side, behind the head. This is bringing the hand behind the head, follows the stomach and spleen meridian, tones the core, and going in opposite directions. You'll get the feeling of being more well balanced. And we come to center to close. Bringing the qi back down into the dantian. Now we separate our legs a bit more with the horse stance, lowering to the knees a bit. As though riding a horse, crossing your arms. As we pull the bow and arrow, following the finger with your head and pulling with the opposite arm. The front. You don't have to go all the way down, you can go down to your knees. If you can't go all the way down, just come down and back. If you want to challenge, then just lift up, stretching the spine. Around the belt channel and the back. Down back of the leg. and back to neutral. Now we gently close our fists, and we punch with angry eyes, sort of like gazing through your eyelids. And this is supposed to reduce anger and balance in the liver. So we gently lower on our knees and punch out. And then follow the pinky finger and then turn like you're holding a rope and then back in. And back to center and close. The last one of the 8 brocades is a lift and drop. Allows the chi to settle, and it's good for your circulatory system and refreshes your body. And there's a saying in this 8 brocades that it eliminates the 100 illnesses. So we rise up on our toes, look up, and then down. Gently just shake. And we close and meditate. Lin Haosheng in the 70s and 80s in China as a means to get the population to exercise. And he did 8 different forms. All of them are 18 individual forms. The only one we don't do is number 4. It's for health workers. And we haven't done 7 or 8. It's a double form. You're doing 2 forms in one. And so we haven't got that far yet. And coming up probably this or next month is set 6, which we've never done before. So that should be interesting. So this is Shibashi. Let's get our, let's get together here and step out. As we regulate the chi. And up, down. And there's variations to all of these exercises. This is one. And then you can also regulate the chi by bringing it down. You don't have to match the movements with your breath. Sometimes the movements are a little long, so it's up to you. And back to neutral. Now we bring our hands together in prayer form, lower our knees, As we move along the microcosmic orbit, the cosmos is the grand orbit, and our body has a microcosm of the universe. And we're going to be moving the qi from the dantian up the back, over the head. Our tongue is at the top palate, and that allows the qi to move down, back down the front channel and into a circle. And so we move along the microscopic orbit. Your intent should be on the palms of your hands. Bring your mind there. And breathe naturally. And we bring ourselves back to neutral. Now the wind blows through the willows as we turn, making sure each foot has an equal distribution of weight. Extend our arms out and let the wind blow through the willows. I like to look at the back hand, and that gives my neck muscles a chance to exercise as well. Then we come back to neutral. Turn to the other side. Make sure that the knee does not go over your toes. You should be pressing downward, allowing the knee to naturally just bend. And back to neutral. As we search now for the needle at the bottom of the sea, extend your foot. And then we bring the needles down to the sea and up to the other side. There's no hurry in any of these exercises. You'll notice that you're stretching, bending, twisting. And so you want to feel that in your body. And if you do it hurriedly, you're not going to feel it. So the slower you go, the better. You don't have to go down as far as I am. You can go down to your knee, that's fine. Or you can go down to your ankles for a good stretch. And back to neutral. Now the fisherman casts his net. There's a lot of words for this, but essentially it's bringing your hands up. Your palm, in this case, is out slightly as you rotate. as though casting a net. And it's the same as cloud hands, only in this variation, the palm is out instead of across. We gently turn at the waist, bringing our hands up and down at the same time, the yin and the yang. And coming up on our knees and bending down on one side. The hands should not be above the eyes. You want to see what you're doing. As we come back to neutral. This is the immortal pointing the way. Well, let me demonstrate once and then we'll do it. We have fingers called the sword fingers as we make a big circle. And then we cross the chest as we bring our back leg down to point the way. You don't have to go down. Some people can go all the way down to the floor with their knee, I know, but we don't have to do that. You just go down. You don't want to do this. What you do want to do is go down only enough so your back is straight. So if it's only an inch, that's fine. The whole idea is to make sure that you're comfortable and solid. Let's try that. One more time. Very good. Now, a fun one is bad boy kicking. So we want to come up on one leg, but we don't want to touch the ground. Something like this. Bend the knee. Make sure you're stable as you raise the leg. And then with your heel, come up on the ground, but don't touch it. And back to neutral. Now, another exercise for our legs is the holy crane that worships the moon. So again, we come in a sort of a prayer position. And again, we're going to kick back our leg. And as the crane worships the moon, something like this. Again, keeping your back straight. Let's try that. You can also come to the side, and that gives you a little equilibrium too, and that helps. and back to center. Now the yellow the yellow dragon pushing out his claws. You separate your fingers and bring up the dragon claws, and you want to stretch your fingers out as you slowly extend your body outward. And then dig in and back. Don't just bend. Make sure your spine comes out and then scratch back. And back to center. Now in this exercise, we again have pulling the bow to shoot the eagle. And so let's try that again. Now another way of doing this is this way, just very relaxed. One more time. And back to center. Now these are the twin dragons. And the twin dragons will be emerging from the sea. So again, legs out and turn. Make sure that you're stable. Bring the twin dragons up. And then let them plunge back into the sea. The other side. And back to neutral. Now we cross the wild blue ocean. Again, bring your hands up towards your chest, turn to the side as we lean back on the leg and push. Now let the hands cross the wild blue ocean. By this time, you're probably feeling the pulses in your fingertips as the blood comes up from its energy points. And you'll see splotches on your hands, which means that the Qi is flowing throughout your body. And then we come back to center. One of my favorites is the lion playing with the ball. Let me show you first how it's done. We have a ball, and I'm going to turn to my side. Two variations. You can just step out and turn your hands and toss the ball, or you can be the lion and lift up, turn, and toss the ball. So let's try that. The other side. One more time. And back to center. Now we embrace the moon at the Dantian. As we turn to the side, our hips are this way, and we're going to turn this way. And we're going to extend our arms out in a sort of a V fashion and grab the moon and bring it down to the Dantian. So you're forming a V, a Y, and down. And back to center. Now we're going to allow the phoenix to spread its wings. Again, we're facing this way, and we're going to turn, extend our arms out, and lift up on our toes. And back to center. Now we strike the opponent's ear by stepping out, forming loose fists, and making a circle as we hit like the ears of the opponent. Step back in and do the other side. And back to center. Now we collect the qi as we circle the dantian, putting our hands out as though on top of a disc or body of water, and we're going to slowly circle, pretending we're in the middle of the disc. Letting the qi circle around the belt channel into the dantian. And we circle the opposite way. And we come back to neutral. The last one of this collection is called collecting the qi. So we just bring down the qi and store it into the dantian. Pushing the qi, the energy back down. And we lock our hands and bring it down to the dantian and store. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is a massage. And this is supposed to help you sleep, lower your blood pressure, and reduce your anxiety. So a lot of you have done this with me in the past. And so we're going to show some of the new people how to do this. So you just relax into your body, bringing your hands up to your head, your fingers, and just gently comb your hair back to the little area underneath the neck. And I'm told this is supposed to increase the melatonin levels in your brain. Okay, that's good. The next one is we're going to bring our palms up to our ears and stop them. And then we're going to explode palms out. And we're going to do this 10 times, but do it gently. And you can do that 3 sets of 10. The next one is a rub pat. So we bring our hands up to our chest, and we're going to pat from left to right across the chest. And then with the other hand, we're going to pat left to right 20 times. Then we bring the hands back up together. Now we rub from right to left 10 times. The opposite hand, from left to right, 20 times. Now we push down to the sides 20 times. Now we push down the front 20 times. Now we bring the hands across 18 times in a diagonal. And we get our thumb underneath and circle 10 times around the lymph nodes. The other side. And we get our wrists and circle 10 times clockwise and 10 times counterclockwise. Get your thumb, index finger, and press it 10 times. And we have a twisting step, 3 parts. With your hands open, slightly cupped, strike the shoulder 18 times. Use some pressure. Now with your hands closed in front of your shoulder, and a little higher on the back. Now we're going to turn and we're going to hit the stomach and the kidney area between the kidney areas. And then the last one, we're going to take a seat. Lift our leg. And about this area here is called the bubbling well, acupressure point, and also where the chi enters. And so you want to rub that area as often as you can, 10, 20, 50 times. And I'll let you do it on your own. So today we did the 8 brocades. the set 2 of the Shibashi, and we did a massage to help you lower your blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and promote sleep. So until next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.